Tell me what happened here.
Well, we decided to make a name for ourselves by building this massive tower to reach up to the heavens. And I don't think God agreed with our motives. Well, we all speak different languages now. I think this is God's way of redirecting our prideful acts and put a stop to the building of our tower to the heavens.
Does this tower have a name?
It shall be called the Tower of Babel, and it is to remain unfinished.
Where will you go from here?
I guess we'll all just go our separate ways to all ends of the earth. Considering I can't understand another.
Best of luck to you. Handing it back off to you, Adam.
Thank you. Wow, that was a real scrambler God threw into the mix.
Tell me about it. We're going to cut in the middle of the regularly scheduled broadcast to catch up with all about the Abraham line.
Man, that's another great breakfast food.
Here's what you missed previously on All About the Abraham Line. God calls Abram and promises to the world through him, and he goes to Canaan and Egypt. Abram and his nephew Lot separate. God reiterates his promise to Abram. Abram rescues Lot from captors. Abram is blessed by the king of Salem. Abram doubts God's promise. God reiterates his promise, to which his faith is counted as righteousness. God tells Abram that his descendants will be slaves in a foreign country for 400 years. Abram's wife Sarai gives her maidservant Hagar to Abram. Hagar conceives Ishmael. After 13 years of silence, God renews his covenant with Abram and changes his name to Abraham, which means father of many nations. God visits Abraham and promises that Sarai will have a baby within 1 year. Sarai's name is changed to Sarah. God pronounces judgment on Sodom and Gomorrah. Abram intercedes for Lot. God destroys Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot escapes with his daughters, but his wife dies. Abraham moves his family to the Negev, lies about Sarah. The king of Gerar takes Sarah into his harem, but God curses this people. Sarah gives birth to Isaac. Ishmael and Hagar are sent away. God calls Abraham to sacrifice Isaac. Abraham obeys. God provides a ram as substitute for Isaac. Abraham's wife Sarah dies. Abraham buys a field and cave in Canaan to bury Sarah. Abraham sends his servant back to his extended family to find a wife for his son Isaac. Rebekah agrees to become Isaac's wife. Abraham marries other wives. Abraham dies and is buried with Sarah. Ishmael dies. After 20 years of prayer, Rebekah bears 2 sons, Esau and Jacob. Esau sells his birthright to Jacob for a bowl of stew.
What a whirlwind of information to follow along with.
I'll say, let's get the 411 on Isaac, son of Abraham, and his family today.
Another famine in Canaan. Isaac moves his family among the Philistines. God passes his promise to Abraham on to his son Isaac. Isaac lies to the Philistines about Rebekah. Isaac's servants quarrel with the Philistines over wells. Isaac agrees to a covenant with the Philistines. Jacob steals Esau's blessing. Esau plans to kill Jacob. Jacob flees from Esau. God appears to Jacob in a dream while at Bethel. God promises to bless Jacob with the same blessing he gave Abraham and Isaac. Jacob falls in love with Rachel. Jacob works 7 years to marry Rachel. Rachel's dad Laban, Jacob's uncle, deceives Jacob and makes him marry Rachel's older sister Leah. Jacob works 7 more years for Rachel. Leah bears 4 sons, Reuben, Simon, Levi, and Judah. Jacob has more sons and daughters through Leah. Bilhah, Rachel's servant, Zilpah, Leah's servant, and finally Rachel, who was barren until she gave birth to Joseph. Jacob serves his uncle/father-in-law and increases his own wealth as well.
That was quite the lowdown and lots of family drama.
Sounds familiar. Now let's finish off this broadcast with an exclusive short film called Joseph, the Coat of Many Colors and Many Deceptions. deliver this package to Egypt for the Pharaoh?
Certainly.
Thanks.
Is it breakable? It's pretty heavy. Ugh.
Thanks.
After Joseph's brothers sell him into slavery, he is bought by Potiphar. After an argument with Potiphar's wife, she throws him into jail. Joseph interprets the dreams of Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker while in jail. And then Joseph interprets the Pharaoh's dreams after 2 years of being imprisoned. Joseph is made prime minister of Egypt by the Pharaoh during the 7-year famine. Joseph's brothers go to Egypt to buy grain, and they do not recognize him. Joseph deceives his brothers and insists his brothers bring Benjamin and their father to Egypt. Joseph's brothers return to Egypt with Benjamin and their father to buy more grain, to which Joseph deceives his brothers again, and Judah confesses his sins about selling Joseph into slavery. Joseph then reveals himself to his brothers. Joseph's family finally settles in Goshen, a region in Egypt.
Thank you for joining us. This has been the story of Genesis.
I'm your first man, Adam.
And I'm Eve.
Flip your mic. No, it's upside down.
This has been In the Beginning on Creation Network. Until next time.
We have witnessed several stories of God expressing his unconditional love for his children today. And remember, God will always welcome us back with forgiving arms, no matter how undeserving we are.